Hello my friends, ¿qué tal amigos? Hope you're all well. I am well because I am about to do my favourite walk. It's a glorious day. I've chose to do it, I usually do it in the middle of the day. I'm doing it a bit late, it's late afternoon. It's 4:15, so a good few hours before I normally would do this walk. It is essentially from Knipersley Pool in the Staffordshire Moorlands. In fact, the whole walk is in the Staffordshire Moorlands, but right on the edge of Stoke. I mean, literally within a quarter of a mile. That's how far we are from, in parts anyway. So yeah, we had from Knipersley Pool, which was built, I'll tell you a bit more about the history when we get down there, which was built to feed the Caldon Canal, which is where, well, I don't know if we'll actually end up at the Caldon Canal because they're doing works. Severn Trent, our water company, are doing important works, so I'm not sure if we'll get to the canal, but I will do my best. But yeah, we are in for some beautiful views, and this will be part of my the beauties that surround Stoke series. So yeah, so let's get at it. So it's quite a steep walk down to the lake. The Neo 2 following me would capture this brilliantly, but sadly we don't own it just yet. Miserable sod. You've got multiple ways to go, but as we're heading for the valley, we're heading straight for the dam that separates the Serpentine to Knipersley Pool. Now, I have filmed this before for this channel, but it was one of the videos I deleted, and now I am grateful that I deleted it because I can do it again and hopefully do it better. Also, the last time I did it, it was in grim conditions, and I think it was in late autumn. So it's going to be, yeah, I'm glad I deleted it. Not only that, I've got better camera, much better drone. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get a much better video. But yeah, I'm gonna really try and keep the vlogs to a minimum and just capture the beauty, because trust me, this is one beautiful valley, and Knipersley Pool's rather beautiful too. So I will talk a little bit about the history of Knipersley Pool, but yeah, and little bits along the way obviously, but yeah, I will try and keep my ramblings to a minimum, though there's a few little updates I want to tell you about, but talk about that a bit later. So that, guys, is the Serpentine, and I am heading towards the dam that separates that between the Serpentine and Knipersley Pool. Now the serpentiners, better watch me footing. The serpentiners, to my knowledge, it's a different kind of, it's more looked after in many ways. It's more of a nature, it's more of a nature reserve, a water nature reserve, if that makes any sense. And I think the SERP is run, we call it the SERP for short. I think the Serpentine is run by Staffordshire Moorlands District Council, whereas Knipersley Pool, which you'll see how big the dam is that separates them, is owned by Stoke-on-Trent City Council. And let's just say it isn't looked after to the same degree in nature terms. Now it's still looked after because Knipersley Pool's a major reservoir, but the SERP is more, there's some very big fish in the SERP, and it's more for the wildlife. So yeah, the SERP is more of a nature. Yeah, I think that's a nature lake, we'll call it that. And here we are at the dam. Now, as I was saying, the SERP, which is this one, the one to my left, the one that you won't be able to see in a minute, in a few seconds actually, as it's now out of view. That's, as I say, it's more of a nature lake. You can fish there, but there's far more restrictions, whereas Knipersley Pool, this is strictly built and designed by none other than Thomas Telford. And it was built for the Cordon Canal in 1827. And then it's been in the possession of the Bateman family. Now, as I say, I deleted a lot of videos, so I have to redo some I won't, but some I will, and I need to redo a Biddulph Grange one, which will mean I'll have to talk about the Bateman family. And the Bateman family, they, at one point, this was part of their estate as well. And when you consider that Biddulph Grange is probably 3 miles from here, it's quite the estate. But I've actually paddleboarded this. I do actually have the footage still on the GoPro Cloud, so I will have to put a little video, probably not like the original one, just do a shorter one, because it was a brilliant evening actually. Yeah. And I may do it again. Right, there's a number of things I could show you. There's Gorton's Well, which is a spiritual space. Gorton's Stone. We got a little squirrel. Can I zoom in on him? Will he stay there long enough? He will. Oh, we got another there. Nibbling away, and look at this. I'd love to tell you what it is. I love wildlife, as you know. I love nature. I just don't know. I know that these are grey squirrels. birds I'm not so sure of. Do we go for a walk up to Gorton's Well? I think it'd be rude not to, so I'll tell you a little bit about that on the walk up there. So the normal path, if you're just carrying on around the lake, is over that bridge, which we will be doing shortly. But to go to Gorton's Well, we have to take a brief detour. I actually camped up here a couple of years ago. It wasn't a bad little site, to be honest. I'm actually on the lookout for a new, really local site. More local than the one I've been going to for years. I think I've outstayed my welcome at that one, the one up at, I'll tell you what it's called, Congleton Edge. The locals will know what that is. So yeah, I think I've outstayed my welcome. So I'm looking for a new one, and I'm looking for one actually even closer to home, and I'm sure there is one, or maybe a similar distance, I don't know, but on the other side of the valley, on the Biddulph Stroke Brown Edge side of the valley. I have done a few little recce's, not much, but I haven't found anything yet. But as I say, I haven't done any really in-depth looking. I thought I'd found one, but yeah, it was a bit too close to a farmhouse. So yeah, we'll keep looking. Anyway, I'll see you at Gorton's Well. We might just have a walk around, a quick film, because it'll probably, I'd imagine there's people there. It's the kind of place, I'll tell you on the way there, because I can hear people, so I think people are there. It's where Wiccas go, druids if you like. People go there to bring it, that's a bit better. People go there to offer gifts as not so much as a wishing well, more as an offering, if you like, to an alternative god. I think that's the best way of putting it. I came here the other night when England were playing, funnily enough. I did make a video, but I've decided not to, I won't be putting that out. Sorry about the weird lighting. And I gave an offering. I'll let these people come past. I'll bring you back in a minute. And so, my friends, my amigos, welcome to Gorton's Well. Bienvenido, Gorton's Well. As I say, it's just sort of bloody fly. This is a place, yeah, I came here the other night, as I say. Why I came when England were playing, it wasn't to miss the England game on purpose. It was just I fancied coming then, and it was in the evening. I wanted an evening walk. But I also gave an offering. I offered my obsidian because I no longer believe I need it. I had a bit of an epiphany recently, thanks to my favourite YouTube channel, the Y Files. it reminded me of my true beliefs. And that's something I'm going to talk about in a new section I'm going to do when I'm camping, which could be as soon as tomorrow night. We're going to do a section called Tent Talk, where I talk a little bit about different aspects of my life. And this was between 2020 and 2022. I had 2 years of, something very magical. Yeah, and that's all I'll say. I'll leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger for Tent Talk. Tent Talk with Pete. How about that? So yeah, Gorton's Well. Now, if I can get in without getting my feet wet, I'll be able to show you. There's always, I say always, for as long as I can remember, just bear with me guys, so we've got, I'm going to do some colour grading guys, and this will be part of my first ever experiment with colour grading. But these markings, and there's one more, just looks like an arrow up, but to Druid folk, try and get back out now without, I've managed to get in without getting my feet wet. Can we get back out? Yeah. They mean something. Now, we've had mixed, when I say we, I mean me and my mate Andy. We've heard mixed things. We've heard they mean bad things. We've also heard they mean good things. But they've been there like that for a good few years. If I was that interested, I could buy a rune book and look it up. But to be honest, I'm not. Not so long ago, I was very interested. But yeah, I watched a podcast recently that took me back to 2020 and to them 2 years, and reminded me of my true beliefs. And like I say, I'm going to save that for Tent Talk with Pete. Yeah, a new section for when we're just chilling outside my tent, which hopefully will be tomorrow night. Only I say localish, and then later we'll be into the Peak District for some proper stunning views. Anyway, that was Gorton's Well.
Can you feel me? Like the wind moves the leaves. If you could hold these hands, you could see I'm not ready. Even if you have to leave, don't forget me. Ready or not, I'll be here, waiting on the light to come shine on me. Try to find my peace. Change is on the run, and it's running toward me, and I'm learning to breathe, learning to breathe. In the quiet, can you give me?
And here we have the road. This is the dam, which I have not seen overflowing in years, to be honest. I think I better get on this side of the road while this car comes. And it's because of that I might not be able to get to the Calden Canal, because they are doing works. They were doing works when I was last year, up at this part, which I know they finished, because getting here, I had to come and do the upper part of this, which is just, well, you'll see via drone in a few shots, but this valley, what we're about to enter, is absolutely magnificent. You want, honestly, it's one of you'd think you're in the yeah, you could be forgiven for thinking you're in the Derbyshire Dales. So we have to squeeze through here, and then public footpath, Norton Green, which is where the Calden is. But as I say, they are currently, sorry, I can't look at the camera because they are very steep steps, and I do not want to go head over you know what. So they are important works, because I was cursing them when I first saw them, because they took away the beauty with backhoe diggers everywhere and piping. But now I totally understand it. They've got to do these things now. The climate's totally changing. I mean, that dam might never pour again. I'd like to think that statement's wrong, but it's a possibility. And I've just noticed I am vlogging way more than I planned, but hopefully you're finding it interesting. So, tell you what, I'll let the camera do the talking. I didn't want to butt in so soon, but this is kind of annoyed me. They've put this little fence in, because normally I'd head out into the middle of this field and set the drone up and get some epic shots in the night pool. I'm not saying we were not going to, I'm still going to try and do it. I'm just going to have to do it from a different location. Hopefully not too much further down. I'm also going to have to put my not new buff on. Not new buff. I went and go outdoors thinking it's about time I got a new buff. Nothing wrong with me, not my usual one, but it's always good to have a second. And I couldn't find them. I had to ask for them. And they said, oh, we don't sell so many in summer. They're more of a winter thing for your neck, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, in the deepest of winter on the mountains, I use them on my neck. But in summer, they are great at stopping the sweat dripping off you and also getting a bit sunburnt. So they did have a few buffs, but they were just plain. And I just wasn't impressed, so I ended up getting I can't even remember what brand, but it's still the same. It's got the UV protection and everything. It's just a buff that's not a buff. So, right, let me, I'll get over this and I will bring you back somewhere, hopefully where I can take the drone off from. In fact, one last thing, in fact this could, maybe not, yeah, you go over style after style and each one brings you out into a delightful new typical countryside area, but they're all slightly different. We have got some wind, but I'm going to get a few drone shots, that's for sure. Well, we'll definitely get night pool. Well, we'll see. See what the wind's like at 60 metres before I say we'll definitely get night pool, but we'll give it a go. So I did manage to get me drone flights from just checking the floor that I've not left anything. Doesn't look like it. All good, all good. So yeah, got the drone shots I wanted, and still got plenty more. Well, we got more batteries now. More batteries for the camera, more batteries for the drone. So we're good. Even though, to be honest, I've been living off one battery on the drone since I had it. And because out of all the Minis, the Mini 3 has got the longest flight time, 38 minutes. Now that's in perfect conditions. I look at it as 30 odd minutes, unless you've got one of them rare days when there's little wind, temperature's about 25 degrees, no wind, you might get 35 minutes out of it. I don't know, but I have only once have I had to quit. The drones quit on me and come home because it was too low on battery. So yeah, phenomenal flight time on the Mini 3 if anyone's thinking of getting one. Just what we're talking about, I'll give you a few specs. Obviously 4K, and 4K you can zoom only up to one, you can zoom one time, whereas if you go down to standard HD 1080p, you can zoom up to 4 times. I'm not sure what you can do in 2.7K. You can film in 2.7K. 4K, you've got 30 frames per second, 25 FPS, 24 FPS. Again, if you drop it down to 1080p or 2.7K, so that my watch is talking to me, I've no idea what she's saying. Probably telling me my hike's resumed because I am recording it. Let's get over this bridge. Where we've just been. Honestly, guys, yeah, Stoke-on-Trent is a mile away. Yeah, probably less than that. 3/4 of a mile, and you're in a Stoke-on-Trent postcode. You just wouldn't Adam and Eve it. Oh no, oh no, no, no. My biggest nightmare. I have only ever once been chased by cows, and it was down here, and you're about to see. Let's be stealth. Now luckily it's a small field. I'm not going to do much vlogging or film. I'm going to film just in case. Normally I wouldn't bat an eyelid, but this is the only, I don't think it was, no, it wasn't this field, but it was this valley where I've actually been chased by cows. And trust me, considering people die every year by stampeding cows, not many. I think we're good guys. I think we're good. It certainly gets the heart rate up. I'm going to actually, on my super smart watch, I'm going to check what my heart rate is. Right. But yeah, you come over another style, and again, you're into a totally. It's just delightful. And you know, thinking about it, there's what I couldn't hear. But I bet I could find a camping spot down here. I mean, it's not my ideal norm. I like to be high up when I'm camping, obviously. And this is as low down as you can get, but anyway, I'm doing far too much rambling, so I'll bring you back in a bit. So guys, what you're actually looking at there are the original feeders, built in 1827, or the feeders might have been put in probably 1828, 1829, that kind of time frame. But yeah, they are the original feeders from Knipersley Reservoir and other. We have many of these on this route. Thankfully, they're all in good nick. But yeah, that's an original 1820, late 1820s, let's just say that, original canal feeder. Right, I'm gonna let the trail do the talking. This is rather stunning. What is the point? Sorry, mic's not on. What was the point of that video? Well, I bet you if I built a house anywhere here, it would have a Stoke-on-Trent postcode. You just wouldn't believe it when you see. So I'm going to have to do a inner city video. Mike should have kicked in by now. Oh, I'm not gonna stress about my mic. It's something I actually want to big up at some point. I've probably not hit the right one. In fact, I don't think I have. Anyway, I know the sound on this is good enough without the mic for one piece. Yeah, people think of Stoke-on-Trent, and I will. Yeah, in fact, if I'm doing a series of the beauty that surrounds Stoke, and trust me, it does in every direction, I need to do at least one video of some of inner Stoke, let's say, some of the not so nice areas, and sadly there's quite a few of them, but there's also, but yeah, you go in any direction outside the city and you're into stunning countryside. So yeah, just leave that one there for now. So guys, I've just done a phone video because I can see a housing estate in front of me, which means we're obviously coming to the end of this wonderful little hike. Sadly, it's always, yeah, I absolutely adore this valley. I'll just give you some of the views. I don't know if you'll be able to make out them houses up there. They're actually part of my estate, believe it or not. But yeah, I found it. I've been looking for this slab of concrete. I thought it was further back because again, something I'll have to talk about in tent talk, but this is where I always stop for a bit of I used to come and indulge, I'll just say that. Indulge, maybe that's not the right word. But anyway, but I'm going to stop here anyway. I'm glad I got my drone flights in when I did, because the wind seems to have really got up. But yeah, I am going to stop here. And I'm going to show you something, a couple of things I want to big up, so I'll big them up in a minute. We can get sat down first. So yeah, a couple of things I want to big up, and that's, had to look for it. This, the DJI Mic Mini, it's made you know, in the GoPro days, I didn't even have a external mic because you had to go through all the rigmarole of getting the media mod and all that. Whereas this, I got it for literally £23. I didn't need the transceiver, I get them mixed up. Because it's a DJI camera, so they're the same ecosystem. You've got the DJI Osmo Action, that's the camera, DJI Osmo Sound, DJI Osmo Pocket. There's a whole DJI, it's a whole world. I am a DJI fanboy without a doubt, because all the drone footage is coming from a DJI drone, or my other drone's a DJI drone. My next drone will be a DJI drone. I just love them, but this mic is absolutely phenomenal. You can, little magnet on your shirt, on your t-shirt, won't notice that, and the sound is just, I think it's brilliant. So that, and then these Chai Charge, I've only ever seen them at Go Outdoors, and they're not exactly cheap, but they are high in omega-3, electrolytes, antioxidants and energy from real food. Oh, I'm about to eat it, so I hope it's real food. But no, I've had these before. They're like a chai seed flapjack with sea salt flakes, and basically just full of energy, and they are tasty and they work. I've got a couple, so I'm going to enjoy both of them, and they'll just give me that spring in my step again. They're not the cheapest, but yeah, I highly recommend when you just, you know, could do with a little pick me up. These are, yeah, quality. Anyway, I'm going to eat in peace and just enjoy the surroundings before I'm back in civilization. I think you heard that. I am glad I decided to come out late, even though I've just been speaking to a farmer. I actually asked if I could interview him. He's like, what do you want to speak to me about? I'm like, well, the history. He says, oh, the history is farming. He says, well, are you a farmer? I says, no. He says, well, what do you want to know about farming for? I says, well, you guys know me, I'm interested in all sorts, but no, he didn't want me on he didn't want me on film. He says, sadly, he says, they're nearly done, but you cannot get to the canal. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it. But you're not missing a great deal. There it is. I was kind of wandering aimlessly then through this field, but I can see the style. Yeah, to get to the canal, you have to walk through houses, a housing estate, and then cross the main road, and then you just reach the canal, and you can't even walk along the canal because the towpath's on the other side, so you kind of have to double back. So it still would have been good to complete the walk, to get all the way to the canal. He says they're nearly done, and I can tell that they are, because a year ago I couldn't have even got this far. I had to turn back up that way, because that's the route we're going in a minute. About a quarter of a mile back. So the fact that I've been able to get this far, and I can get even further. He says it's about just from the canal. He says there's about 100 metres, and it's all fenced off kind of thing. So yeah, there's no point going. Plus, even though I've just had them, I've had 2 of them, and I had a couple of more biscuits. I am ready for my dinner, because my watch, I will talk about this watch of mine, a Samsung smartwatch, but I'm still getting to know it. But it told me a few minutes ago that we've done 4 miles. It isn't much, but it's just every field's got something different about it. I wouldn't like flying my drone here with all these electric wires, but yeah, there's something different about it. Yeah, you go through one of them gates, or you go over a stile, and you're into almost, yeah, it's another panorama. You know what I mean? It's another beautiful view, and they're all slightly different. And as is often the case, I haven't seen a soul. I mean, yes, I have come out a lot later than I usually would, on purpose, so we're getting these beautiful colours. Though the last few nights we haven't had a sunset, and I've done all these sunrise videos. I want to do at least one sunset video. And the last 3 nights we haven't had a sunset, or nothing worth going out for anyway. It looks like tonight we're going to get a cracking one, but by the time I've got home, had some dinner, the sun will be well set. So still camping tomorrow, I think. Only local, ish. And not my normal spot neither. Like I say, I doubt we'll ever go back there. but Peak District coming up in the next 4 or 5 days, and I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. I know exactly where we're going, and yeah, exciting. So guys, I've just come out of that field through a little this gate behind me, and yeah, we're into a housing estate. So I'm not going to do the outro here because chances are I'm going to bump into dog walkers or teenagers, but I think my route home takes me, I told you, that's why I'm not doing the outro here. I think there's a path home that takes me back through the countryside a bit. I think, I hope. If not, hopefully this isn't the outro, but if it is, as always, thank you so much for watching. It means more to me than you could ever realise. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Again, that makes a massive difference. Watching these videos all the way through, it all makes a massive difference to the algorithm. And if you feel, if you've really enjoyed it and you're on your mobile phone, hype it. See what that does for me. Yeah, only if you feel so inclined. Right, I'm gonna figure my way home because we are at the main road. So in fact, yeah, we'll call this the outro. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It really does mean everything to me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you 100% camping, 100 guaranteed. I'll have the 10 with me next time, and it won't be long neither. See you soon. Adios amigos.